What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Sunday's main NBA Christmas weekend slate. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and get the homework out the way. Please hit that like button for me real quick. Take a second. All right, there you go. Hit the like button. All right, appreciate that. Also, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Go ahead and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And as always, guys, please drop your comments below. Let me know who you love, who you hate, which plays you're on. So let's go ahead and break down today's NBA slate. Draft dashboard, guys. That's my research tool of choice. Go ahead and check it out in the description of the video. Is a 30-day trial for $1. There's a link in the description of the video. Check it out for me, guys. All right, so today, guys, we got a 9-game slate. I'm going to the position optimizer. And we have a pretty nice size slate again in 9 games, so a lot of options here, guys. So I'm going to go through some of my favorite plays, and let's go ahead and break it down. All right, so at the top, Westbrook. Man, I'm going to play a little bit of Westbrook, guys, because the guy's in a shooting slump, a tremendously terrible shooting slump, and he's still putting up 71 and 61-point games, 55-point games. So, if he can get his shot going here in Minnesota, man, it could be a good day for Russell Westbrook as far as DraftKings points go. And so at 11K, I'm going to take another stab at him, even though he shat on me last time around with only 40 DraftKings points, and Paul George had the day of his life. Dude scored like 85 DraftKings points. So give me some Westbrook on this slate, man. Chef Curry, all right, he's 9.7K. All right, and rightfully so. If you look at his last 3 games, the dude scored 34, 49, and 41. So he hasn't really been tearing it up, but he gets a home game today versus the Clippers, who have not been playing well, and Golden State is a 10-point favorite. So at 9.7K, I will have me some Chef Curry. All right, Drew Holiday, 9K, going up against the youngsters over there in Sacramento. All righty. If you look at this guy, he's playing a whole lot of minutes and doing a lot for this team. So I'm going to go ahead and add him into my player pool. Duh, right? Drew Holiday versus Sacramento, highs over and under game on the slate thus far. There's a couple of games where we don't have an over-under on just yet, but that's the highest one on the slate, man, at 239 DraftKings points, and is only separated by 1 point. There you go. So give me some Drew Holiday at 9K. I know he's a little priced up, but if you look at the history, the last 2 times the teams played, he scored 44 and 46. But again, he has a much greater role on this team at 9K. I'll go ahead and take a shot at him. Kyrie at 9K, same thing. Guy's been playing out his mind. He got a couple of hot games, and he's kind of cooled off last game with only 37 DraftKings points. But he gets a favorable matchup versus Charlotte at home, where he scored well versus them. He averages around 47 DraftKings points versus this team. So at 9K, I like Kyrie, who has a pretty decent floor with some upside there. So and he's back at home, so I like Kyrie. Now my favorite guard on the slate is going to be this guy here, Dame Lillard, back at home. He gets Dallas for this matchup. Alrighty. Should be a good night for Mr. Lillard. And so if you can see, they're 7-point favorites at home, 215 over and under versus Dallas, who is not the greatest team on the road. So let's go ahead and get me some Dame Lillard at home. 8.7K is too cheap, man, in my opinion, for Dame. So I will have a lot of Dame Lillard, in my opinion. So Devin Booker has been playing a lot lately. If you look at his matter of fact, they had a triple overtime game versus Washington last night. So I probably won't have a lot of him. I have a very small amount because these guys played a lot of minutes. But he put up 64 DraftKings points, was assisting the ball, scoring the ball, rebounding the ball, doing a little bit of everything. So at 8.6K, he's a little cheap for his price as well. But I'm a little concerned with that back-to-back coming off a triple overtime game. So just be mindful of that. So, again, I won't have a whole lot of Devin Booker. And we got Mike Conley. I'll run those back. He's a pretty decent defender. So is Ball. I'm a pass on Mr. Conley. But right up under him at 7.7K, this young man, since getting kicked in the nuts and sitting out that game where you see he only had 1 DraftKings point, he's been on fire, man. 59 and 40 for the last 2 games. Then he gets a plus matchup versus New Orleans. Again, highest over and under game on the slate. At home, 7.7K. Let me have some De'Aaron Fox, man. All right. Sign me up. Kris Dunn, again, since Levine has been out, He's been really playing a lot of minutes and doing a lot for this team. His price has kind of creeped up, but at 7.2K in the matchup versus Cleveland, I still like him. He's done well versus Cleveland in the past, and at 7.2K, I like him on this slate. So pretty much, give me some Kris Dunn. So next up, Jordan Clarkson. Again, another guy's been playing well. He's 5.9K, playing 30 plus minutes the last 2 games, and gets a nice matchup versus Chicago. Again, Chicago is shorthanded. This should be a pretty competitive game. Right here, we got 202 points, but only 1 point separates them. So in that case, I like me some Clarkson to come in and do his thing off the bench. And again, if you look at him, he has 30 and 30 in the last 2 games. So, all right, next up is going to be Colin Sexton. I want to get some of that. Again, 4.8K, a close game. This guy's playing good minutes, and at 4.8K, he's too cheap for his matchup. So let me go ahead and get some of that at 4.8K. He's going to be in my player pool. D'Angelo Russell at home versus Phoenix. 9-point favorites. Give me some. All right, again, as you can see, this guy scored 46, 47, 47, and 32 in the last 4 matches versus this team. They're at home. Yep, I know he only scored 19 and 20 in his last 2 games, but this should be a much more competitive game, and he should be able to get it going at 7.3K. I know he's coming off a cold streak, but I like him at 7.3K. Give me some. CJ McCollum, again, Dallas, not a great team. Lillard and McCollum are pretty much the top scorers on this team, and so at 6.2K, in my opinion, he's too cheap, so I'm going to have him in my player pool. Brandon Ingram coming back from that injury. Put up 31 DraftKings points and played 32 minutes. So he gets a matchup versus Memphis that does not look good on paper. But this is the Lakers. This guy's playing the heavy minutes. Has a nice history versus this team with 38 and 30. And at 5.6K, I think his price is cheap because he's been out with the injury. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of that while I can. So give me some Brandon Ingram, guys. All right, so next up, my shooting guard. Come on. So at shooting guard, of course, like I said, we already talked about Steph Curry and Jrue Holiday, Booker, Dunn. So let's go ahead and move on. Buddy Hield, all right, look at his last couple of games, 57 and 44 in the last 2 games. Now he gets another matchup versus New Orleans. Again, one of the highest over and under games on the slate. This guy's playing 35 plus minutes the last 2 games. Give me some Buddy Hield at 6.7K. Too cheap. Klay Thompson, again, one of the Splash Brothers, going up against the Clippers, 10-point favorite at home. He's on the 6.5K, averaging around 34 DraftKings points per game the last 5 games that he's played. And then versus the Clippers, he's averaging somewhere around 35 with a monster game where he went off for 45 DraftKings points. So at 6.5K, I like me some Klay Thompson, guys. Give me some of that. We already talked about Clarkson and Russell, McCollum. Now Wiggins is somebody I'm gonna like, especially if we have news come out that Rose is going to sit. From my understanding, he's nursing some kind of ankle injury. But I do like Wiggins at 6K versus the OKC Thunder. Give me some of that, man. Like I say, 6K. The guy's playing around 30 minutes a game. They could be without another one of their guards. Yes, Tyus Young could come. Titus, is that what his name? Yeah, whatever the backup point guard is, man. He could come in and do some things, right? But his price is up to like almost 5K. But I like Wiggins at 6K. I think he's a sneaky play in my opinion. So I'm going to have Wiggins in my player pool. So that's it for the shooting guards, guys. Again, some of my favorite plays. Duncic, his price is getting up there. I don't know if I want any of him at 8K versus Portland. Portland has a pretty stout defense when it comes to the position. So LeBron James versus Memphis, 10.9K. Nah, I think I spend that money somewhere else. But y'all know I love me some LeBron James. So, but he's 10.9K. Paul George, I'm going to go ahead and take another shot at him, man. The dude's on fire. 47 or more in the last 4 games. Coming off an 84-point game, 9.2K. Gets another great matchup versus Minnesota. Give me some Paul George at 9.2K, man. I got to play him when he's doing stuff like that. All right, Aaron Gordon is another guy I like, 7K. Averaging around 34 DraftKings points a game, playing 33 plus minutes. If you look at his history versus his team, he scored 50 or more in all 3 matchups that he's played against Miami. I like that track record, so I'm going to go ahead and have Aaron Gordon in my lineups. The dude scored 50 or more points versus this team the last 3 times they played. Well, only 3 times he's played them in the last 5. So give me some Aaron Gordon at 7K, man. We already talked about Buddy Hield. Jayson Tatum is another player I like, man. Again, pretty consistent, 30-point floor. All right, at 6.5K. I like that. So give me some Tatum in his matchup versus the Charlotte Hornets. Next up, going down a little lower, Tobias Harris, 7.6K. He's pretty consistent, somewhere around 35 or more DraftKings points. Gets a nice matchup versus Golden State. They're the underdogs. Like I said, 10-point underdogs. But I do like Tobias Harris in this spot again. He's one of the main players on the Clippers when it comes to production. So give me some of that at 7.6K in this paced up matchup versus the Golden State Warriors. Warren, again, they're coming off a back-to-back, and there was a triple overtime game. But I like Warren. Again, good history versus this team at 6.6K. Not too bad. All right, but be concerned about the back-to-back and the triple overtime, guys. So, all right, just something to kind of keep in mind. But I will have me a couple shares of those players because I don't think they're going to be played a lot because of that. Anthony Davis at the top of our power forward ranks, man. Duh. All right, he gets a matchup versus Sacramento. They don't really have anybody that can stop this guy. So if he's healthy and he's playing, I'm gonna play him in my lineups, man. 11.5K. Anthony Davis is a beast, as you can see. 57 or more DraftKings points in his last 5, coming off a 66-point game where he was sick. All right, give me some Anthony Davis. He just does so much for this New Orleans team that is short on help. And I believe Mirotić is a game time decision. Randle is in right now. Yep. So, yeah, just give me Anthony Davis, man. 11.5K, I got to play him. The guy has a monster floor and has a nice upside as well, too. And he gets Sacramento, man. They're nobody to be afraid of. So, we already talked about Paul George. Julius Randle, another guy that should do well. Again, pay attention to that Mirotić news. But 7.8K is not bad. Larry Nance, again, been playing out of his mind. 44, 53, 47, and 40 in his last 5 matchups. And he gets a plus matchup versus Chicago. 7.5K is getting up there a little bit, but the guy's been producing with 40 or more in the last 3 games. So give me some Larry Nance Jr., and he's playing 30-plus minutes, and this is all with because of Tristan Thompson being out. And I believe, yep, he's still out. All righty. So, and Kevin Love. So a lot of the bigs out, so he's getting a lot of run. So give me some Larry Nance. We already talked about Gordon and Tatum. Draymond Green, again, nice matchup versus the Clippers. At home, he's only 6.4K. This guy's playing 33-plus minutes in the last 3 games, averaging 32 DraftKings points. All right, versus this team in the past. And so at 6.4K, I like Draymond Green. He has a little bit of upside, too. He could have a nice, triple-double, 10, 10, and 10 or something like that. So give me some Draymond Green. All right, next up, going down a little further. Again, we talked about Tobias Harris already and TJ Warren. So that's pretty much all my power forward, guys. So let's go ahead and move on to my last but not least, but the center spot. All righty. So at the top, of course, we already talked about Anthony Davis and Randle, Larry Nance. DeAndre Ayton, again, I know they come off the back-to-back and a triple overtime, but I like this guy. Such a good matchup versus Brooklyn, man. Again, if you look at the projections, they're projected to be separated by 9 points at 220. But I like DeAndre Ayton anyway, even though he's coming off a career game with 53 DraftKings points, and he was my favorite play yesterday, so he didn't let me down. So give me some DeAndre Ayton. All right, DeAndre Jordan, he's coming off a great game as well. Put up 55 DraftKings points and had 23 boards. Oh, my God. So at 6.6K, man, this guy is too damn cheap for this matchup versus Portland, where he's averaged somewhere around 34 more DraftKings points. And for a guy that's only 6.6K, give me some DeAndre Jordan, man. He's too cheap, in my opinion. All right, Wally Cauley-Stein, I like him versus New Orleans, 6.1K. He's playing 30-plus minutes in his last couple of games, and he's had a 30-point game versus this team in the past. All right, but Wally Cauley-Stein, I like him because of his value. Again, in a paced-up matchup versus New Orleans at home, and it's only a 1-point differential in the scoring. So give me some Wally Cauley-Stein. Going to be a lot of scoring on Sacramento's side. So give me some of that at 6K. Jared Allen, again, attacking that Phoenix team from the other side. Again, plus matchup when it comes to bigs, and Jared Allen is playing most of the big minutes at somewhere around 30 minutes. Him and Rodney Hollis-Jefferson plays a lot, but I like Jared Allen in this spot, again, to take advantage of the tired Phoenix Suns. They came off a triple overtime game, back to back. Give me some Jared Allen on the other side for only 5.4K. And then also, of course, you got Karl-Anthony Towns going up in a monster matchup versus the OKC. And again, 8.9K. He hadn't been playing too well in his last couple of games, 36 and 29. But, he's on the road going up against OKC. I'll take a stab at him, man. In my opinion, Karl-Anthony Towns is good. He's had a 66 point game, and he's averaged somewhere around 40 or more versus this team. So I like him in this spot at 8.9K. Won't have a whole lot of them, but I do like him in this spot. So, all right, guys. So that's pretty much my player pool, guys. So if you sign up for Draft Dashboard, once you select your player pool like I just did, you can have it optimize you some lineups. So go over here to the lineup optimizer, click on that, and let it do its thing. It's gonna go ahead and optimize your lineup. And if you don't like certain plays on the lineup, you can go in here and tweak them. So like if I don't like Alex Burke, well, let's say I don't like Garrett Temple, I can go in here and upgrade him, quote unquote, and go with Justin Winslow versus the Magic, right? If I would like to do that. And so as you can see, you can do that. Click on save, and then once you save it, your save lineups will show up over here in your My Save lineups. And if you're a person that plays mass multi-entry contest, here go a mass lineup generator right here, guys. So you can click on that, select how many lineups you want to build, select your randomness, how many unique players per lineup, and click generate lineups, and let Draft Dashboard optimize your lineups. I would try to do that as close to lineup lock as possible, maybe like 30 minutes before. All right, so that way all the news and data be updated. But once it does, you do that, all right, let it build your 20 lineups. So here's my favorite plays for the day, guys. Dame Lillard, again, nice matchup versus Dallas. This guy's playing 35 minutes or more, so to say, and he has a nice history versus this team where he put up 60 DraftKings points, and he's at home, so I like Dame Lillard at on the 8.7K. Brandon Ingram, again, coming back, 33 minutes, put up 30 DraftKings points. Give me some Brandon Ingram. Tatum, Aaron Gordon, again, nice history versus this team. The last two times they've met, he's averaged 50 DraftKings points in that 7K. Let me get some of that. And again, Jared Allen going up against that tired Phoenix bigs. Give me some Jared Allen. So that's my quote-unquote core. So when I start my lineups, I'm going to be building it around these guys. Of course, taking out and adding people, like I may take out Dame Lillard and put in my man AD, right? And that leaves me 4.6K. And so now I have options when it comes to my other spots. Again, should be some value opening up on this slate with some of the injuries and stuff like that. But good luck, guys, on today's slate. So that's pretty much it. And if you go back to Draft Dashboard, here you go. Generation process is complete. Here's your 20 lineups. And all you have to do is just go select all, export selected, and it will download your CSV file that you can upload to DraftKings or Fanduel and be able to import those lineups into those contents that you have reserved. So, all right, as you can see, it shows your projected points here, guys. But again, projected points are just that. Your lineups are only going to be as good as your player pool. So, just be considered a bet. So, all right, guys, good luck. See you guys actually won't see you guys until Christmas, right? Because Monday, I don't see any games on the slate. So I don't see any NBA for Monday. So we'll see you guys back here for the Christmas slate. So thank you guys. Merry Christmas and good luck on your contest. Peace.